Hello everyone and welcome back to Paddock Pass. My name is Krohn and we're here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and well, the tale pretty much tells itself back there. The greatest spectacle in racing is upon us, the 101st running of the Indianapolis 500. Back in 1911, Ray Haroon won the race, and we've seen so many awesome developments since then in technology and champions of the race, and we're here at the 101st running. Fernando Alonso is in the race. He's decided to skip the Monaco Grand Prix to be here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Could we potentially see another rookie winner, or is it going to be a repeat winner in someone like a Scott Dixon or a Elio Castroneves or someone like that? So stay tuned. We're going to be talking to some of the drivers here today. So Marco, what is it about the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and Andretti Autosport? Obviously you guys have had a bit of a rough season so far, but as soon as you offload here, you find some magic. What is that?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, you know, the magic has to happen on Sunday. But I don't know. I just think we work good as a team here, and we have good roll-off cars here. Like every year we start, we have a good baseline car, and so as long as you unload in the ballpark, you can tune on it from there. So that's the key, you know, is rolling off with good race cars.
Now, obviously, you have a rookie in your team. That seems to be everyone's talking point this month so far. Jack Harvey, exactly. So has kind of the less of a limelight helped you a little bit in just focusing on the race car while all the attention's on Alonso?
Yeah, my plan's to roll under the radar until Sunday at lap 200.
So take me back to 2006. Almost won it, but then just not. What do you plan here for Sunday this weekend?
Lap 200. That was lap 199. So, yeah, no, it's just we have to capitalize it at the end of the race. I mean, you know, drive it as two different races. You have to put yourself in a position to be in the shootout, and then from there you need to make it work. So.
And you obviously have Brian Herta with you this year. How much has he been a help in supporting and mentoring you throughout the course of the year, and do you see that being a big benefit on race day?
I think so, yeah. He's good at you know, really keeping me calm and working on what we know we can control. It's easy to sort of get stressed out about things that are out of your control, so he keeps it very even keel, or as much as you can. The month is never really even keel, neither is the 500 miles, but we'll do the best we can.
All right, thanks Marco, appreciate it. All right, so Ed, half a mile an hour is what you missed the pole on. Have you been kicking yourself, or is there anything you've looked back on and said I could have done better, or was that the most you had?
No, I mean, I think that was about it. I mean, there's always something you could do, I guess, if you do it over, but to be honest, you know, as soon as we were done with that, and I was pretty happy to be where we were, and really just wanted to get back to focusing on the race and getting prepared for that. So it was nice. You know, qualifying is fun, but it's so much pressure and so much stress over the Friday, Saturday, Sunday that it was really good to get back in the car Monday and just get back to really focusing on getting ready for the race and what we're really here for.
And in outright speed, we've seen the Hondas maybe have a little bit of an advantage over you guys. What do you think we're going to see in the race?
You know, I have a ton of faith in Chevrolet, you know, both in the engine and the aero kit. So, you know, I think the biggest thing is there's more Hondas than Chevy. So, you know, surely going to be racing them all day, I hope, at the front. But, you know, I still feel plenty confident that we have what it takes, you know, if we can go out and execute all day long for 500 miles. So just take it one lap at a time and try to be there on 200.
And just to that point, I mean, you've been very close before. You've obviously had 2 pole positions before. What's it going to take to kind of conclude the deal and win the race?
You just have to execute. You know, anymore, the reliability across the board is strong. The quality of teams and drivers is so strong. You've got to be strong all day and avoid any mistakes, especially any that cost you a whole lot of track position. You know, guys have shown you can come from anywhere, but you know, just staying in the mix and being in that lead 3 to 5 cars for the last stint and a half. You know, I think that's all you can ask for is to be in that position and then try to close.
Any sort of concerns with the weather conditions changing from windy to rainy to, I mean, how do you go into this race thinking, yeah, I've got the right setup?
I started looking at the weather yesterday, and at this point I've stopped just because they clearly haven't zeroed in on what it's going to be, because it really has like gone from full wet to dry to 22 mile an hour winds to 2 mile an hour winds. So, you know, decisions like that, we kind of know where we want to be, and we're going to be making those decisions race morning, whether we know what it is or not. So I'm not that concerned with it. You know, we have 1 hour left here on Friday, and we'll maybe try one thing that we feel like has potential to make us just a little better. But other than that, we kind of know where we want to be for the start, and we'll take it from there.
I think this is a race that there are chances for many drivers. Even the guys starting 25th, 27th, they will maybe lead the race at one point of it, and that is the best thing about this race, that there is no plan, there is not something defined before the start. So this unpredictable race will make the show better, and we will. I'm sure we can have a chance, maybe lower than some of the big guys because they have the experience. They have these little tricks here and there that they will play in the important moments of the race. I will not have those, but I will try to compensate with determination, good speed, and focus on the important moments.
How's the car been in traffic so far? You've looked very racy up on the high side, down low. How's it been in dirty air?
It was good. Obviously, we are 6 drivers on the team, and we are a big team that we share a lot of things. So, not necessarily sometimes what you feel in the car is the best thing for the group running, but thanks to the experienced guys, Marco, Ryan, I think we can trust that we will have the best conditions out there in the race. So that should not be a problem. It's more a problem of executed well all the procedures that will be new for me.
How tough will it be to be in that car for 3.5 hours with all the conditions?
I think depending how tough is the race. I mean, if everything goes well and you have no big issues, will be a pleasure to be there, and it will feel short because you love when you are in a racing car driving. But if obviously things they go not according to plan and you are not competitive, that race will feel very long. But hopefully it's not the case.
Has this been a great adventure for you?
It was so far, has been an amazing thing. I've been discovering a new series. I've been learning from zero again. I felt a rookie. I felt a beginner on everything that I did, and that I think wakes up, all your senses, and a racing driver that you have always inside yourself. That maybe accommodates a little bit when you are in your normal series. You come here, you start from zero, you learn from zero, and you get up to speed as soon as possible because there is no time.
All right, Scott, just take me back to qualifying real quick. Obviously 232 miles an hour, and I watched your onboard laps there, and you barely used your hands whatsoever. How free was that car?
It was, well, it wasn't too bad. Chris has given me some more demanding cars before. I think actually when I got out of the car, I asked for a little more front wing. So it's you got to be neutral around here to get the speed out of it, and especially with the conditions in turn 2, as we'd seen all day, it was really about trying to maintain the front tires, because as soon as you gave them a lot of grief, I gave it a bit of grief on the first lap, and you could feel them degrading quickly, so I had to actually breathe a little bit on the second, third and fourth lap into just to make sure the front tires lived through it. But yeah, the car was, I don't know, man, I was stressed out. It's tough with the new qualifying format, and especially when we didn't take the morning practices. The only 4 laps you do all day are those 4 laps, and going into turn 1 for the first time and having to go flat is a little daunting whether the car's going to stick or not.
And it's been a bit of a disjointed month so far with wind and rains and everything. How do you kind of predict where the setup needs to be for a qualifying run like that?
Hopefully the engineers can figure that one out. I think we run enough throughout the month or throughout the week just to get a good handle on where we need to be, and especially for ambient conditions. I think we should be okay for adjustments as well, but definitely as it heats up, it becomes a lot more difficult, which we were hoping that the conditions were going to be quite warm, but it actually looks like it's going to be quite cool, so that will help out a lot of cars.
So what do you do now? Just basically stack a bunch of wing in it, or are there big mechanical changes as well?
We will probably assess. I think we got a couple of different mechanical changes to assess for carb day, just to see where we are. But if the conditions are cool, man, it's time to trim out some more.
And as we heard earlier, I mean, 9 years since your last 500 win. What are the odds of you stepping back on the top step of the podium?
Well, maybe third time lucky starting from the pole, and 9 plus 8 is 17, 2017. You got to work the numbers, and yeah, I don't know. That's the goal for us. We tried in 2015 from the pole as well, but had a bit of a mishap there. But it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be. There's a lot of great competitors out there. The Verizon IndyCar Series right now is just, the competition is through the roof.